Ability, sense, nonsense, random news. Let's keep it going. So anyway, this one's about Diddy. This is everywhere. God help us. God help everybody. Diddy. Every day there's a new case. Every day. One human being did all this. I'm not gonna get into all of the cases because we'll be here till flipping 2099. But anyway, let's dive into what we know. So around September 17th, 2024, P. Diddy was finally arrested. Thank God. Indictment has now come out. Long list. Racketeering, kidnapping, arson, bribing, and many other things. Coercion. And the indictment included freak offs, luring women, using force to engage with SEX workers, and after the freak offs, right, they would use this IV machine with fluids to help the SEX workers and the innocent people that attended the parties that got ruined. It would help them recover physically after drug use and physical abuse. Woo! This is disgusting. So anyway, this story is so gross. But anyway, so yeah, there was, cocaine, oxido, ketamine, DHB, date drug. And apparently, that 1,000 bottles of 1,000 bottles of baby oil, apparently it might have been spiked. Oh my God, this is crazy. So 1,000 bottles of baby oil was found at Diddy's house. And then people were like, why would the FBI or police take away baby oil? Baby oil is just baby oil, like lotion. And people were guessing that it was spiked. Nobody knew, but apparently it's in one of the cases that it was spiked. And then Diddy's lawyer was asked, about the baby oil. Diddy's lawyer was asked about the baby oil, this is weeks ago. And then he said something about, he buys in bulk in Costco. Costco came out and said, the fuck? Don't keep our store name at your mouth. Costco said, we don't even sell baby oil enough. So Costco said, no, you're not involving us. Costco's minding their business over there. And Diddy's lawyer, that's getting paid millions, is coming out saying Costco. I think Diddy needs to get himself a new lawyer. Even though he's a monster. Costco don't even sell baby oil, they said. They said, don't put us, none of that. Don't keep our store name at your mouth. That's what Costco is saying to them. Before people start boycotting Costco because of baby oil. But anyway, so after he went, what was that, indictment in 2023, Diddy tried to pressure witnesses not to cooperate with the law. So after 2023, he was telling witnesses, many people that must have that have gone through his abuse over the years, he said to them, do not cooperate with the law. And then he tried to get, he tried to get bail. Tried to get bail the first time. No. Tried to get bail a second time. No. He even recently tried to get bail a third time. And it was a no. And I think the reason why he can't have bail, even though he offered to stay in the house, he offered to give all his passport, he offered to give all his family passport, he offered $50 million. He was trying to tell the courts, you look, I ain't gonna go anywhere, I'm gonna stay here, I'm not, do you know what I mean? But they were like, no, no. Because obviously he can tamper with witnesses and people that he's abused in the past. So yeah. And some lady said he made this Coombs enterprise that existed to lay out his sex desires, his freak-offs. It was like a mob, the mob, where when Coombs didn't get his way, he would get violent with sex workers and innocent people that didn't want to take part. And he used the recordings as control to bribe people. So this was a full scale of criminal enterprise, which, harmed men, women, involved drugs, guns, and just shocking stuff. Like, everybody's seen it. It's really shocking. I can't believe one human being did all of this. Woo! What type of evil is this? Like, what type of demon? That's so scary, because I was a Diddy fan. I was a Diddy fan. I liked Diddy and Mace, and then when Diddy and Mace finished, there were just so many tunes. Diddy with Faith, Diddy with Keisha Cole, Diddy with Usher, Diddy with everybody, Diddy even with Jay-Z, with Mariah, I don't know. Everybody just saw Diddy, knew everyone. Diddy was everywhere. This whole criminal activity, it didn't enter anybody's head. Oh, his lawyer says he's not guilty, he didn't do all these things, he's gonna fight, and he might take the stand later on. And while the court cases were going on, the kids were showing up, and there was one time the kids were showing up, and then one reporter was like, "Oh, I like your fashion is nice," or some shit like that. And everyone was thinking, the fuck, like, their dad is in some deep shit. And the woman is saying to the kids, your fashion's nice. What's that about? I don't know. But then again, what do you say to the kids? Because he's in deep, like, Diddy's in deep trouble, because lawyers online, they've said Diddy's in deep trouble. Like, it's not a joke. It's no joke. Even though comedians have jokes for days from this whole Diddy thing. But lawyers online are saying he's in deep shit because of the bribing, the forcing people, the bribing people, the forcing people. Even if one person just recorded somebody in a private, just say people are having private time, sex, whatever, and one person recorded it and the other person doesn't know whether if the girl recorded the guy or if the guy recorded the girl could take the guy to court. I mean, the guy could take the girl to court, the girl could take the guy to court. So even just recording someone in a private situation, that's like, someone could go to jail for that. So Diddy's done worse. He's drugged people, drugged their food, drugged their drink, drugged their oil, drugged God knows. And then forced men and women to do what they don't want to do. And then, guns involved, and then just all this bribing and just threatening people. Obviously, normal romantic couple is fine. A normal romantic couple, they can have candles, they can have massage, that's common. Like, just normal people. I don't know about these freak things. I don't know how people do these things. Because one person is enough. I don't know, just mixing spirits and people mixing spirits and different fluids and all over the place. What's all that about? What's all that about? Come on, Diddy. What is this? This is disgusting. And it's not even the worst of it. This is not even the worst of it. Because what did he do to Justin Bieber? You know, people are putting videos up of Bieber, and they're like, oh my God, when we didn't know about Diddy, this is what Bieber was going on about. When there was an interview, he was with, is it Zayn? A guy called Zayn was interviewing him, the guy that does beats. I think they were doing an interview, and he was talking about protecting, Bieber was talking about protecting the young Billie Eilish. So when Billie Eilish was young, he was like, oh, she needs to be protected. He'll do anything to protect her. He doesn't want her to go through what he went through. Now, when I saw that clip years ago, I thought, he doesn't want her to go through what he went through. I thought he meant like big stars are using him for more fame, or big stars use him and then they don't call him and then they don't look after him. Not knowing Diddy is fiddling with him, or Diddy's making him fiddle with people he doesn't want to fiddle with, or we don't know, allegedly, Diddy could have done fuckery shit to Justin Bieber. And if he did, he deserves to be executed. Seriously, it's not about just staying in prison. Prison for him is heaven. Prison for Diddy is heaven. Because everybody thought he liked just women. In prison, he can get all the, you know what I'm saying, he wants. So if he fiddled with Bieber or any teenagers, they just need to execute him at this point, because electric chair, because that's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And then what do you say to his kids? What do you say to Diddy's kids? Because they put out a statement saying, oh, it's not true, all these things. But how can they say these things are not true? Fair enough, some things are allegedly, because they did make a hotline. And over 12,000 people called that hotline. And obviously, some people are just crackheads. Some people are just going to be crackheads making up bullshit. But lawyers have taken 120 cases serious, which involved minors. God forbid. Diddy has kids himself. Diddy has children himself. And he's letting people harm minors. Like, is that okay? Is that, do people think that's okay? But his kids, recently put out a statement saying, oh, it's all not true. After you saw the Cassie video, really and truly, can people really believe it's not true? As much as you want his kids to be okay, as much as you want his kids to not believe in these things, it's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. What do you say to the kids? You can't say he's going to be okay unless it wasn't him that filmed people, or it wasn't him that held the gun to people, it wasn't him that drugged people. So who was it then? Women are coming out and saying he armed them with a remote control. Like, what is that? Is this man okay? There's some weird stories coming out, and fair enough, some people are going to be off their head on crack, because obviously he takes drugs, and obviously if he moves taking drugs, he's going to know a few junkie girls or guys, and there's going to be a lot of junkie girls and guys bullshitting. But then the lawyers have taken on serious cases. So then what is that then? I feel sorry for the daughters. Because they're going to get bullied. Like, if they're still in school, they're going to get bullied, mate. Kids are good, but they're mean as well. So I just feel sorry for the daughters. I think the boys have finished school. So I think the boys will just do what they want. But it's still bad for the boys. It's not nice for the boys that their dad's, in this problem and all this evil shit is coming out. But for the daughters, I feel bad for his daughters, really, really bad, really, really bad. But lucky the baby, nobody knows her identity. Like when she grows, nobody's gonna know what she looked like if the family keep her identity away from the public. So she might not get a lot of bullying. But the other two girls, I don't know whether they're still studying. It's gonna be difficult for them to, I don't know. What do you say to the kids? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, Diddy, man, this is disgusting. And apparently he went through bad withdrawal symptoms he's in jail because he's used to his luxury lifestyle. So he's going to be getting really bad withdrawal symptoms because he's used to his luxury lifestyle. People can bring his drugs when he wants. People can bring his drink, his alcohol when he wants. He lives in he has cleaners in his billion-dollar mansions and fresh laundry and fresh, cologne. He doesn't have all these luxury in the jail, so he's struggling to eat because he doesn't know if somebody wants to poison his food. Apparently, there was a time he was struggling to eat because he doesn't know if somebody wants to poison his food. So also, after Diddy got arrested, CEOs of companies started leaving. So Nike CEO, John Donohue, he left. CEO Nashville, Sony Music, Randy Goodman, he left. Nashville, take my oily ass down the Old Town Road and won't come back no more. CEO of Warner Music Japan, Kabayashi. So yeah, CEO of Warner Music Japan, Kabayashi. He say sayonara. CEO of 300 Entertainment, someone called Kevin Lines, and yeah, imagine how big this whole Diddy thing is, that CEOs are leaving because they don't want to get into trouble. This is some dark, demonic, hellish, deep, dark, I don't even know. Nobody in the world has heard of this type of thing. And, okay, look, we all know celebrities have parties. Everybody knows celebrities have parties. Maybe they have a little bit of drugs and a lot of drink. But nobody is forcing people or drugging people or putting a gun to people or saying, you know, Diddy popping up round the corner, I want to shove baby oil up your ass. What is that? Like scaring people. He's scaring, he's not just scaring the women, he's scaring the men. That's shocking. That is so shocking. And what else? Yeah, it's just, what do you say to the kids? I mean, what can anyone say? What can anyone tell his kids? You can't even say to them, he's going to be okay. Unless he gets bail and he gets on a jet plane and he runs away. The only way Diddy's going to be okay is if he gets out and he gets on some private plane and he runs. That's the only way he's going to be okay. Because all the cases that are coming through, I doubt he's going to get bail. Because people think he should be executed. People are calling for the electric chair to come back. Oh my God, this story is just so disgusting. He ain't living his comfortable life anymore. No more designers, no more chefs cooking him food, no more comfortable mansion. How does somebody like Diddy, how does he create wealth to the point of creating generational wealth for him, for his kids, for his mom, for his kids' kids? how does it all come crashing down? Like, if the 120 cases all go through, I don't know how lawyers and courts work, how they're going to do all these things, but if he has to pay for more lawyers, if he has to pay people off, that generational wealth could be all gone. Could be. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But, and yeah, these pussy old men, the pussy old men that let Diddy beat up Kim, the mother of half of his kids, Kim Porter, and Cassie. Some of these pussy old men that saw Diddy slap and punch Kim, these pussy old men saw Diddy slap and punch the mother of half of his kids. What were they doing? These pussy olds. What were they doing? Were they just sitting there, letting him punch Cassie in the face? Were they just sitting there, standing there, letting him slap Kim Porter? Or what were they doing? They're laying on the floor with their bum in the air, waiting for him to put baby oil on their ass. What were they doing? These men did nothing. This is sick, mate. Diddy is sick, and it's just it was shocking to me because I don't know about these weird things. Like, fair enough. Whatever, people hearing the movies or whatever, swingers and all this nonsense. You don't really think people you know are doing these weird shit. Do you know what I mean? And yes, we know celebrities have their little bit of drugs and little bit of drink or whatever at parties, but the whole... You wouldn't think that a celebrity needs to drug somebody's drink, because there are crazy girls out there that they easily give themselves, or whatever he prefer. Crazy girls out there that easily give themselves, crazy guys out there that easily give themselves. There are people that easily just give themselves to celebrity. And fair enough, there are people that don't, but would a celebrity risk their career? Would they want to risk their career? How does someone build so much generational wealth and then it all just comes crashing down because of he wanted a freak off? Like, that is some serious mental illness. And it's not even just mental. No, it's not even fair to say you shouldn't be harming people because you're mental. Like, that's messed up. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what people can tell his kids. People can say to his kids that it's going to be alright, but it's not going to be alright. And people can understand why his kids support him. He paid for his kids' breakfast, lunch, dinner every day. He paid for his kids' school. He paid for his kids to enjoy journeys in their life. You know, so that's probably what the kids are hanging on to. The kids are hanging on to that. They knew Diddy as the man that paid for them to go to theme parks, or the man that brought, you know, happy parties, kiddie party, not the adult freak-off thing. They're seeing him as the guy that pays for their clothes, the guy that makes sure they're safe. So I think that's what the kids are hanging on to. But the case is serious. Like, this is a serious case, and I